Hi. What are your guys' names?
I'm Jordan.
I'm Eden.
They're my nieces, and I had to have them join because they're literally like your absolute biggest fans, and they have been telling me about the show. I swear to God, since the very beginning, and they're like, "When are you gonna get Michael back on the show? Like, we have to have him back on Young Hollywood." So I was like, "He's coming, he's coming."
Period.
Yeah, best day.
The day finally arrived.
Nice to meet you guys.
You too.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. We had you in our studio when life was normal, and wish we could all be in person right now, but hopefully that day will come.
I know.
Life has been totally bizarre, but how have you been handling the whole like quarantine and shooting in that kind of environment?
It's been all right. Yeah, it's been all right. Shooting's been different, of course. You know, we get tested 4 times a week, which we're very fortunate enough to do that. And, you know, just wearing shields and face masks all the time. It's little things, just different. That's all. That's
crazy. Are you guys still like training? I mean, I know like last time we actually were on the set, we were like on the football field. You guys were like full, you know, are you still doing like, how does that all work? I mean, I guess with that, you can separate pretty easily. You can definitely distance.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the gyms are still closed, which is unfortunate. It's just been a lot of home workouts, to be honest with you. Because, you know, they want us to stay as safe as possible, you know, go to work. But as far as, you know, on our alone time, just try to be as safe as possible. And I think doing that is to try to avoid as many people as you can, which is not as fun. You know, I want to be able to go to the gym and see my trainer and see Daniel and all these people, but
totally.
You got to do what you got to do, you know, to be safe.
Yeah. Well, I know the last time we were in the studio, we had some donuts for you. So I'm like, I wish I could have brought something to the table here, but
no, it's okay.
So what's been like your go-to? Because I'm sure, are you on like, you could have donuts here and there, even though you're training, and you know, right?
Yeah.
What's been like your go-to quarantine obsession?
My go-to quarantine obsession?
Yeah, with food.
As far as food?
Yeah. Besides donuts.
Honestly, I've been snacking on Reese's. I bought like a mega pack of Reese's, like a big box, probably like 35, 40 Reese's in there. Yeah, that was pretty good. Those were good. They lasted a while. Yes.
Pretty good time. Pretty long time.
Pretty great. Probably about a month and a half. Probably should have been longer, but a month and a half, sure.
So first of all, congrats on the show. I mean, All Americans like totally become this huge phenomenon. I mean, did you know, like, I mean, it started off, you guys were, you know, probably not expecting it to turn into what it turned into. And then all of a sudden, like, TikTok was blowing it up and Netflix also. So did you ever see any of the TikTok videos about you guys?
I have. Yep. There's quite a few, and honestly, they're pretty creative. They're pretty funny. I think TikTok in general is just brilliant. Just the algorithm is awesome. But to the expectations, as far as, you know, whenever we created the pilot, you know, we knew we were creating something special. I remember all of us sat down one time and talked about that, but we did not think that, you know, to the capacity that it's grown, we did not think that this was going to happen. At least I did not personally. I won't speak for everybody else. Very happy and very fortunate that people found the show and people love the show. But, you know, when we created this show, it was, you know, first of all, we wanted to get picked up. And when we did, we just wanted to make a great show. And I think that we did that, hopefully.
I think Jordan and Eden can probably vouch for that, right? You guys have probably seen like every single TikTok video that exists, besides every season. I mean, every episode, right? Do you have a favorite? Do you guys have a favorite video?
My favorite episode was the one where Olivia got shot or jumped in front of Spencer when he got shot.
Oh yeah. Episode 11, whenever Spencer jumped in front of Olivia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
I agree. I also loved like the TikTok videos. Like when the first season came out, I've never seen so many videos on a show before. Like ever.
Oh, word.
I follow like all of y'all on TikTok too.
That's what's up.
And like when you go live on Instagram and stuff, it's like entertaining.
Oh, those lives are fun. Oh, yeah. They're good.
You're doing a lot of live Instagram during the quarantine.
I did.
saw a couple of them.
Yeah.
I did. I went live on Instagram, went live on TikTok. I was just, what else is there to do?
Yeah,
Play
totally.
video games,
Your family
go
was
live, talk to some people. Why not? I don't know.
But let's talk about season 3, because I mean, your character Jordan Baker, I feel like you've gone through between season 1 and now. It's like the growth and the maturity of your character. Because I guess like the beginning you were pretty, I wouldn't know if disrespectful is the right word or arrogant, but you kind of like jump from one girl to the other, and then now you're kind of like growing, maturing. You've got Simone, who you're committed to now. So just like from your perspective, playing that role, how do you feel like you've kind of watched him grow from then until now, just like through all of his experiences?
I think that you hit it right on the head whenever you said arrogant. I think he was definitely arrogant. He still might even have a little bit of arrogance in him. But to see him grow from season 1 to, our latest episode 2 nights ago, it's been fun. It's just been fun to see him. And I think that in the middle of season 2, whenever Simone was introduced and, she dropped this bomb about the pregnancy, I think that was his catalyst to, all right, let me get my stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And then from that point on, I don't know. I think for Jordan, he needs somebody who's strong and independent and who has maybe not all their stuff together, because I don't think that Simone had her stuff together whenever they first met. She definitely didn't. But he was there for her. He wanted to be there for her. And I think he wanted to do everything he could to make her happy, feel comfortable, feel safe. And that just made him fall madly in love with her. And then in season 3, we do see this different side of Jordan, this mature Jordan, who wants to be there for this child. And, although he was challenged by Coach Montez about the quarterback position, I think that he stepped up to the plate as opposed to, backing down. If you guys remember in season 2, whenever Spencer ran Wildcat for some time, or maybe that was season 1, where Spencer ran Wildcat, and, Jordan kind of shut down. He was like, all right, you're going to put Spencer in as quarterback, whatever. I'm not even going to entertain it. But the fact that, Montez comes in and challenges him and says, let's try JJ quarterback. It sparked something in him to be like, all right, let me step up and do what I can to keep my position, maintain my position. And that's something that he would not have done 2 seasons ago. So that's been really cool for me to play and to read on the script and see this kid. All right, he's maturing.
Do you feel like you can kind of like relate a little bit to his character? I mean,
I think that he gets lost.
Yeah.
I think that that's one of the things that I can relate to with Jordan is just getting lost in trying to respect and appreciate other people. Yeah, I'll say that.
I feel like you guys also, just as a crew on set, like I just even like rewatched our set visit, and you guys are just so fun. I feel like you just must have I mean, you have to be serious when you have to be serious, but obviously like Taye Diggs, he must be like so awesome to work with. What's been like kind of one of the most memorable, funniest, craziest experiences you've had?
There are too many to count. I will say that. This season it's been tough because we haven't been able to be as goofy and as fun as we have the last 2 seasons. But season 1 and season 2, man, let me say, every day was just a silly goose time, if you will. Every day was, cackling. It was, laughing, just working with Taye, for instance. Let's say Billy and Jordan are in a heated conversation or, some type of deep conversation. Taye, at the end of the scene, before we yell cut, we'll just blurt out something that's so off the wall that you just try your best to keep it together. And it's not the same thing every single time. So one take he'll say something goofy, the next take he'll say another thing goofy. And it's just, he has so much in his head that's always going. And it's so much fun to work with him because, long hours on set, they can catch up with you. But whenever you toss in a little bit of sprinkle,
you gotta have fun with the job.
Oh yeah, exactly. You gotta have fun. You toss in a sprinkle of fun, and it just it makes you want to go to work even more.
So, and I know like football obviously was part of your life, pre the show. But I mean, have you always been just like a crazy huge football fan? I know it's based on a true story.
Yeah, I have.
What do you
maybe
think
not crazy.
about Brady back in the Super Bowl right now?
I know.
Crazy, right?
I know my Indiana roots want me to say go Chiefs, but I have to say I would not be mad if Brady got his 7th ring. I mean, he's the GOAT. Everyone knows it, right? And for people to say he's, overrated is nonsense, in my opinion. And if he gets his 7th ring, I think that it's undeniably true that he is, I think one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And so for him to achieve that and accomplish that, I think that would be cool for me to see. So the fact that he bounced from the Patriots and went to the Buccaneers in his first season, said, let's go get a ring. Come on. Come on. I don't know.
We also, by the way, we had your buddy Cody the other day.
I saw that.
He's awesome. We love him. So I have to ask you the same question, because we asked him if you were just like a fan of the show, like totally, you were a fan. Would you be Team Spencer or Team Asher?
Oh, man, it's tough.
And why?
Okay. Probably, no offense to Cody, but probably Team Spencer.
Ooh.
And the reason that is because, Asher's character, he's done some things that are pretty questionable. Given the other team playbook, he has had his heart broken a couple times, which is so terribly unfortunate. That's actually a really tough question now that I'm saying these things out loud, because, Spencer's done some things that in my opinion are questionable, taking Asher's girl. I don't know. He always kind of, Spencer, I feel like maybe as a fan perspective, you get upset at him for always wanting to take, carry everyone's load on his back.
Right.
But I still think Team Spencer. No offense to you, Cody. I'm sorry, brother. I love you.
Well, do you want to know what his answer was?
What was his? I think it was Team Spencer also, wasn't it?
Spencer, yeah. Spencer all the way.
Spencer all the way, period.
Yeah. So really quick, I know we don't have too much time, but I know Jordan and Eden had a couple questions for you also.
I want to know, was season 3 hard to film because of Corona?
We're still filming. We're still in the middle of the season. It's been different. That's what I'll say. Tough, sure. Like I said earlier, we get tested 4 times a week. We have face masks and face shields that we rock all the time. And, it's us being safe, and taking, the correct precautionary measures to make sure that we can continue to shoot. We've had false positives. We've had positives on the set, and they've thrown some roadblocks in the shooting schedule, but we've been able to overcome it. And I think everyone, for the most part, is healthy. And so that's the beautiful thing is, we want to be able to make this show, but we also want everyone to stay healthy at the end of the day, because this virus is serious. So I won't say it's been hard. It's just been different.
What was your favorite scene to film?
My favorite scene to film, or
the hardest scene?
Okay, the hardest scene for me, I'll give you 2 answers. The hardest scene for me to film was season 1, episode 12. When the flashback, whenever Olivia ODs, that was tough for me on different levels. Probably the one of the most fun scenes I've had to film was actually with Simone, with Jeffrey, excuse me. Whenever she comes over to the Baker house this season 2, I don't remember the exact episode, maybe 7 or 8. And she lets Jordan know that the child is not his. And to work out that scene with our director and to work out that scene with Jeffrey was just a blast. Because we really got to play with it. We really got to kind of throw our own little flair and spin into it. So I would say that scene, whenever she drops the bomb that it's not yours. And I think that was probably one of the most, some of the most fun I've had on set was that scene.
Is it hard to be filmed as a high schooler when you're out of college?
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm 24, and to tap back into a 17-year-old mind is not too much work. And, coming up on season 3, I know Jordan. I know the way he walks. I know the way he talks. I know how he moves. Season 1, it was a little odd. Just kind of trying to reverse my brain and get into that mindset. But as of now, no, it's not too hard, even though I am removed from college. I'm, removed from high school. But it's not too tough, no.
Isn't the real Spencer working with you guys on set?
You bet.
Like, how is it working with like him, knowing it's like his story?
It's cool. He's super chill, super down to earth. You know, he was Beverly's assistant coach in season 1 and 2, and I think now he's moved over to Crenshaw. I think I saw in last night's episode, or excuse me, 2 nights ago. But having him on set is awesome. You know, he shares his stories. You know, I remember season 1, episode 3. I asked him about the police stop. I said, "So, walk me through what happened this night." And you know, he wasn't coming home from football. He was coming home from a track practice, excuse me. And, you know, the cops stopped him and all that. And it gives me personally a little bit more of a deeper perspective about his story and kind of what he went through and all that. But like I said, he's down to earth. He's chill. He's happy. He's ready to talk. And just overall a nice guy.
Yeah. And does he give you guys like tips on how to act like the characters?
Not necessarily tips on how to act, but he will, you know, I've seen Daniel ask him questions about his character, and, you know, I've asked questions about, you know, if Jordan was a real person in his life, or, you know, what that's like. And he will kind of break it down for us as far as who these people were in his life and what they were like, you know. But as far as tips on acting, you know, he kind of lets us and the director work with us as far as how we want to play the scene, you know, every time we get to go.
Obviously, it's been a very crazy year with, you know, school,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a whole different, everything's virtual, half in person. Like, what's kind of your advice to kids in high school right now? You know, just going through a very interesting time period, I guess you could say.
Honestly, I feel for y'all. I really do. It's weird. It's a weird time. And I guess my advice would be just to continue to stay safe, continue to do whatever your local government is telling you to do. But as far as, you know, trying to maintain and achieve happiness, if you will, or positivity, self-care. Wake up this is something that I've given advice to. Wake up in the morning. And, you know, even if you don't have to go anywhere, you're just on Zoom and you have your camera off or all that, or whatever you decide to do, wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and, you know, find one thing that you like about yourself for that morning, and just say, you know what, I like my eyebrows today, or whatever. I like my nose today, whatever it may be. And just really, truly enjoy that. And hey, it does not hurt to smile. You know, even if it's a fake smile, it still releases some endorphins into your brain that say, hey, let's have a good day, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So try to find small positives in this, you know, dark time that we're kind of in right now. That's my advice to you two, and to anybody else who's in high school or middle school or elementary school or college even, is this situation, although unfortunate and just, you know, very low and kind of dark, and sometimes try to find small baby positives, whether it's in yourself, your friends, your family, your work.
Just smiling makes everything, you know what I mean? It just makes you feel better, makes other people feel better. Gotta keep that, you know. Well, It was so awesome talking to you, and
same to you guys.
In season 3, everybody needs to definitely check it out.
You bet they do.
Get interesting. Any sneak that any fan should expect?
I know that it's a ways away, but episodes 6 and 7, just make sure you're tuned in for those episodes, because that's going to be juicy. That's all I have to say. I can't say anymore. I don't want to lose my job.
Heard it here first, guys. Well, hopefully we can catch up in person at some point soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, stay safe, and thanks for chatting, and thanks, Jordan and Eden, for your awesome questions.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys as well. You guys stay safe, and I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much. Hey guys, also check out episode 3 Mondays, or actually any new episode Mondays at 8. Period.
Mic drop right there.